Assalamualaikum. This study title of Linking Adaptive Capability, Absorptive Capability and Logistic Technologies on Competitive Advantage of the Retailers. My name is Nur Fazlir Dahairani from Faculty of Entrepreneurship and Business, University Malaysia, Kelantan. Retailing is one of the industry which significantly contributes to the nation's economy. And this industry actually has continuously transformed, and the transformation of the industry due to the changes of the consumer behavior, the advancement of the technology, the logistic trends, the inflation and economic pressures. So actually the scenario puts the pressures on the retailers, it is quite difficult. It is challenging for the retailers to sustain, to achieve their competitive advantage. So, in this study, it looks into how the adaptive capability and absorptive capability play their roles in achieving the competitive advantage. As we know, one of the factors contributes to the evolution of the retail industry is the technology. So currently, we can see that there's so many retailers, even either local retailers or international retailers, they have utilized the technology in their logistic, because logistic activities nowadays becomes important for the retailers to sustain or achieve the competitive advantage. So the issue of this study actually want to highlight how the capability play their roles, and we want to look into what is the relationship between the capability, which are the adaptive capability and absorptive capability, towards the competitive advantage. And due to the roles of the logistic technologies nowadays, so this study have put the logistic technologies as a mediator in this study. Okay, so this study actually aims to find out the relationship between the adaptive capability and absorptive capability toward the competitive advantage, and also aims to look into the role of the logistic technologies in mediating the relationship between the adaptive capability and competitive advantage, and also absorptive capability and competitive advantage. So how this study is conducted? Okay, so the population for this study are the retailers in Malaysia. And who is the sampling frame? The sampling frame for this study is the members of Malaysia Retail Chain Association, MRCA, which is at the period of this study, there are 504 retailers is in the Association of Malaysia Retail Chain Association, MRCA. And the sampling methods employed in this study is based on the simple random sampling, which is by using the method of which is the retailers list of the retailers was randomly selected based on the simple random sampling, which is using Excel by Najib Mai. Okay, so the sample size for this study is 300 respondents. Okay, so how the data was collected in this study? Actually, this study is using a questionnaire. It is cross-sectional study. It's using questionnaire, which is all the items, all the items is adapted from the well-established article. Okay, was adapted from well-established article, which is, and the scale for this study is based on the 5-point Likert scale. Okay, in this part, we will look into the measurement model and also the structural model of this study. Okay, so for the measurement models, this study employed the reflective measurement. So for this study, all the loadings is more than 0.708, and the CR, the composite reliability, is also more than 0.7, and the AVE is more than 0.5. So this is based on HARE 2017. Okay, so next we look into the HTMT values for this study. According to Frankie, this study, all the values for this study is under 0.9. So it is established the discriminant validity of this study. And also this study will look into the structural model, which is the bootstrap have been employed with at 95% confidence interval with 5,000 subsamples. This is from Chin 1998. Okay, so in this study actually is the findings for this study, in testing the direct hypothesis, actually there are only 3 hypotheses were supported in the direct hypothesis, which is the adaptive capability and have positive relationship with competitive advantage and also logistic technologies. Okay, so it means H3, H4, H5 was supported for this study. Okay, for the mediation testing, which is indirect effect, in this study, they only supported the H6, okay, the hypothesis 6, which is the logistic technologies mediates the relationship between adaptive capability and competitive advantage. Okay, so this is the model of the structural models for this study. Next, for this study, the findings showed that the adaptive capability is positively related to competitive advantage. And actually, this study is supported by past studies, which is found that adaptive capability is positively affect the competitive advantage. Okay, so it reflects that the Malaysian retailers are capable to respond quickly to the external environment. Okay, and for this study, it has the findings showed that there is no positive relationship between absorptive capability and competitive advantage. So actually, it reflects that the retailers in Malaysia's context actually is lacking of adaptive capability, which is the possess the ability to learn is lesser. Okay, and in part of mediation effects, okay, indirect effect, mediation effect, which is it can be seen that the logistic technologies actually mediates the relationship between adaptive capability and competitive advantage. Okay, so we can say that the capability of adapting to the highly dynamic environment in the retail industry in Malaysia especially, it acquire the technologies. Okay, it acquire the technologies, which is it can improve, it can strengthen the retailers' operations. So this study actually contribute in terms of theoretical as well as practical. Okay, so how does it contributes to the theoretical implications? Okay, this study have employed the resource-based view. Okay, so besides this study also has employed the technology acceptance model, which is look into the behavioral acceptance of the user. Okay, so in this study, it has contributes in terms of theory, which is we can say this study showed that the technology's element actually cannot stand alone, okay, and they need to be embedded with other factors in order to achieve as well as sustaining the competitive advantage. Okay, as besides the in terms of theory, actually, this study also contributes of how the resource-based view has been employed in testing the direct relationship between capability, which are the adaptive capability and absorptive capability, toward the competitive advantage. Okay, so how does this study contribute in terms of practicals? Okay, so actually this study, the findings of this study offered insightful information for the retailers in Malaysia especially. Okay, so the findings actually will assist the retailers in Malaysia in enhancing their strategies or in improving their strategies, okay, to get the better positioning themselves in highly intensified industry. Okay, actually, this study have reflects the roles of logistic technologies for the retailers to become competitive. Okay, as well as to achieve the competitive advantage. Okay, so this study discovered that the capability partly